Day 2. The heartbreak. When I heard these things, I sat down and wept. Nehemiah 1:4. Pain removes the veil. It plants the flag of truth within the fortress of a rebel soul. C.S. Lewis. Throughout history, the most universally acknowledged problem with money is that its pursuit is insatiable. Os Guinness. Nehemiah wept in front of his brother and friends. That is not a manly thing to do. At least, that is what society tells us. Sure, women do it. They show emotion with their girlfriends, their husbands, and their children. They show emotion watching movies, reading a good book, or a bad novel. They show emotion when they are sad, mad, happy, and in between. We men are woefully inexperienced and frankly are novices at the fine art of crying. Nehemiah let it go because the stakes were so high. Now fast forward 2,500 years. Your financial fortress is in ruin. Actually, you might describe your situation as a financial house of cards or financial failure, or the financial facade in which many are living, the life of plastic, or the mortgage debacle, that the place where you may find yourself owing more than what your house or home is worth. It is the evidence that convicts people of spending tomorrow's earnings today, presuming on the future. That was the elaborate plan that included a safety net, just in case the money acquired from borrowing and overextending ran out. However, that safety net was merely an illusion of smoke and mirrors. It was the option that any of us could at any time flip, dump, liquidate, rent, or otherwise convert our stuff into a handsome gain that would, in turn, pay off all of our mortgages, auto loans, credit lines, credit cards, personal loans, student loans, paycheck loans, construction loans, margin loans, or any other creative way we were deceived. The flash, not the cash, is many people's mantra, unless it's the cash advance. The reality of literally living paycheck to paycheck, one check from being homeless if it were not for more plastic or credit lines, or the ever so popular refinancing windfall that gives the debtor a false sense of security until the next adjustable rate mortgage increase. Our pain is 21st century, but God's plan is as old as time. Nehemiah more than felt the pain. He became it. His life came crashing to a halt. No longer did any of the baloney of the world matter. The things, the money, the position, the praise, not even the joy mattered any longer. He was face to face with the question, do I live or do I rot on this vine I find myself on? You and I have been there. Perhaps you are there right now, at the crossroads, at the end of your rope, surrendered to anything, blissfully ignorant in the lifeless, joyless life you have settled for. The year was 1988. I found myself in Florida, in a state-of-the-art jail cell, with the murder of 3 people at a Wendy's. I was a 21-year-old corporate embezzler, and not the violent criminal he was. I could see the guards chuckling as I turned and looked with fear and trembling as they slammed and locked the cell door. I was still wondering why this happened and how I got caught and when my law school study partners were going to spring me. I couldn't help but be scared. Fear of the unknown is devastating. I had been a Christian since I was very young, but could not see the logic or the pleasure in living a non-hypocritical life. Religion had its place, and God's word was clear about how to avoid eternal hell. But I felt I was on my own with the rest, until that first night in the jail cell with the Wendy's murderer. It was to get rich at any cost. 1980s I found myself in, and I loved what it meant, fast-tracking to real success, that insatiable appetite for the lifestyle of excess and indulgence. I knew accounting and law would fast pass me to great comfort. I came from a middle-class family of 6 and felt the pangs of not having enough. I set my eyes on never feeling that pain of being poor again. Even though I was deceived, since most of the world would love a home, food, and fun, I was not content. Thus, the poverty of my soul. After excelling in high school and getting in early to college at 16, my ego and my dreams were being fed. The money did not come as quickly as I desired, since college was a long haul, any way you looked at it. I finished in just over 3 years and cheated my way into a half scholarship to law school at 19. But still, I was not experiencing the pleasure of money. So I went with plan B. If I couldn't get money fast enough this way, I would steal it. You may be thinking right now, I knew it. This is a book for financial losers. Wrong. This is a book based on a winner and the winning practices, lifestyle, attitude, and conviction of a man who changed the world and saved many people in the process. That man or woman could be you today. This is not another get-rich-quick, flip that property, get into multi-level marketing offer. This is God's plan for building your financial fortress. Not a cabin or a bungalow, not even a house, but a fortress that will withstand anything this life throws at you, including death.